What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to F1 24 with our Williams driver career mode. Here in F1 24, it's the second episode of season 1. If you haven't seen the last one, it was a crazy start to our F1 career. Spoilers ahead, we did get points, and we're hoping to build upon that now. But we also need to look at the new specialists that we have in today. We've got the material fabrication planner, and we've also got the quality assurance tester. We're setting the goals now. In practice, complete a lap using at least two different sets of tyres, or spend over 45 seconds in fourth gear over a race weekend. That seems the easiest. Surely that's way easier than anything else, fourth gear. And then we got the strategy analysis. We're going to do the perfect race strategy program, or complete the race strategy practice program on two different sets of tyres. I think just doing a practice program will be easiest, just because it probably is. But apart from that, we do need to continue on. We've already got our manufacturing expert. We need to set another goal to keep the tyres below 120 degrees or complete 2 sessions without damaging your car. We're going to do that. We're going to do the 120 degree tyres one. And we're also going to see what we can get with 368 resource points. Not much, so we're going to simulate ahead towards the Australian Grand Prix. The second race in our 16 race calendar.
Okay, all the new parts have been fabricated, and we're going to have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
There's an upgrade coming in then for Albon. Well, that'll be on both cars, but Alex Albon bought. We're going to look at what we can do with 500 resource points, and it looks like we might do... Yeah, we do some weight reduction. It's only going to be minor cable assembly, but it all counts towards improving the car. Moving on, we've got... upgrade coming on the 17th.
Okay, mate,
that
I'm pleased
has
to
come
say
through.
that our
The
new
beam
parts
wing,
have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race
going to improve
weekend.
our car a little bit more than it already has, so that's good. But not much to really say upon that, and we're going to keep going until we get more resource points and go towards the race weekend. How many have we got now? We've got 212. Not going to do anything with that, so we're just going to go straight into the race weekend. So here we are then, and as we see when we zoom in, we've got rain in qualifying. That's not good, and in practice ones, so nothing in the race, but as you can see, it's going to be in Q3. So if we get to Q3 during this qualifying session, we will be facing intermediate tyres. It might be towards the very end of Q3, like start off dry, then go to wet, but resource points in 300, that takes us up to 512. And, yep, so that's good. 512 resource points to spend on whatever we need for the car, and also up to 52 experience, and everything else will stay the same. 66 rated, we're very close to that 67 though.
Well, welcome everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
So now we're here for our second ever qualifying in Australia now. After Bahrain, we're going straight out on track for first time in Q1. Of course, it's dry now. If we get to Q3, it will be raining, so let's bear that in mind if we get through. So right now we've got to do our first lap here in Q1, and getting through should be quite easy. Last race, both me and Albon, we both went through to Q3, but this is a different track. It's a lot faster than Bahrain, so we'll see what we can do. As we come around to start our first lap, the sun is shining down on Melbourne, and we need to start our first flying lap here in the streets of Melbourne. As you can see, sped up now, green sectors, but that's because it's our first lap. Hopefully a good lap here will see us not have to do another lap, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have to. Overtake to the line, and it's P2 for our Williams, and we are some distance off Max Verstappen, who has taken first place in Q1, and he stays there, and we stay P2. Our teammate does get through in P13 though, and that is the end of Q1. Moving on to Q2 though, and it does look darker than it did in Q1. Clouds are forming over the track, well, that you can see from inside the garage. Going out though will probably tell a different story, and we're about to find out as we go out for our first lap in Q1. And as cars go past us, it definitely looks more grey than blue sky out there. And as you can see, still very much dry, no rain yet, but getting through here would mean that we do have to face the intermediate tyres for the first time in this career mode. Valtteri Bottas sets the fastest lap as we start our lap, missing the apex at turn 1, very nice, but DRS open down the second straight and using overtake to make up for the time we lost there. Coming around the final corner though, and it has been a good lap, and as we cross the line, it puts us P3 behind Norris and Perez. Verstappen nowhere near to be seen for some reason, and by the end it started raining, and Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc are out in Q2. Sergio Perez tops it, our teammate also out in P14, but the big names, Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc, are both out in Q2, so that means we are through and have a chance of pole, but this also means we have to face the intermediates for the first time in our career mode and the first time on F1 24 for me. Yeah, this might be fun. I've put more laps in just to get used to it, but this is going to be fun. And by fun I mean this is going to be terrible. We're not going to get past P10, but you never know, we might find some pace. As we come out, as you can see, we're sliding everywhere, coming around the final corner to start our first lap. Here in Q3, we're sliding everywhere, and I'm not expecting much from this Q3, as you can see. Going into turn 1, almost, oh my god, going around there, we literally almost crash it 5 times, and we're already 2.6 seconds off Sergio Perez, who is the next slowest, and well, that's not good, is it? But coming around to start our second lap, hopefully an improvement. I say hopefully because we are very far off now. Lance Stroll, I think it's like 1.7 seconds. We're already green coming around the second corner and onto the straight. And by the end, we find 8 tenths almost. Yep, 8 tenths. And that still won't probably be enough to get off the bottom. But it's a considerable amount to gain. And that leaves us 1.7 seconds off Lance Stroll. 2 minutes left then, we've taken all the fuel out, and we're going for one last run, 2.7 laps in the tank to do one final fast lap. And, well, we're going to see how it goes. We're still sliding everywhere, as you can see. We just came out the pit lane, and, yeah, we can't get much power down. And as we start our lap, we've got 20 seconds left. Everyone else is setting their lap time now. And we're going into turn 1. We're already green, but we're already sliding once more. There is not much we can do here, really, except for just slide around. We've gained 3, almost 4 tenths on exit here, almost 5 tenths as we come out the corner. We lose a little bit of time on the exit, and it's down to 3 tenths gain, and obviously that's not going to bring us off the bottom, and it's P10 for us in our second ever race, but in Australia this time. And yeah, P10, but it's Lewis Hamilton who takes pole position from Lando Norris. Sergio Perez down in P6, Carlos Sainz in P3. So a very upside down grid, really, here in the upside down. And yeah, so very interesting. Both the title contenders, well, the main title contenders will be out. Well, were out in Q2. Our pace, we gained 300 in, but not enough to get us off the 69 rated that we are on for that. And we're going to go straight into development as we have 512 resource points. I'm going to see what we can do. No tyre wear yet, so we might as well do this upgrade here on the aerodynamics, as that only takes a little bit, and I don't want to do that. So we're just going to save our resource points for now and go straight into the race. Sunshine for the race, no rain, so we might actually have a chance.
You can hear the Australian fans roaring as they line the track here in Albert Park. Welcome to Melbourne, and the roar from the crowd can only mean one thing. It's race day. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Zhou, Stroll, the rookie, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Albon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, and Nico Hülkenberg round. And who's going to talk about it with us? None other than Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Here we are then on the grid for our second ever race in Formula 1. And we start P10. It's going to be mediums, 2 hards for our race. We're going to see what we can do, though, in terms of being on the best tyre. There's also a 2-stop there, medium, medium. However, if I was doing that strategy, I think I would use medium, soft, medium. But we'll see how that goes. If anyone is doing it, we've got one hard runner in front of us. That is Lance Stroll. He's on the hards next to us. And we're coming off for the formation lap. We've got Verstappen directly behind us in P12. We're starting P10 in the Williams. And of course, we've got Zhou in front, P8, mediums. Everyone around us on mediums except for Lance Stroll, of course. One tyre not warmed up, of course. I don't know how to warm tyres up in formation lap. It's quite difficult. I mean, I do weave a lot, but I don't think that actually helps. As the grid gets set, we're going to go to 5 red lights for the Australian Grand Prix, the second ever race in this Formula 1 career mode. And we are underway for the second ever race here in Australia. It's a good start from Lance Stroll on the hard compound tyres. Max Verstappen possibly trying to go for a move. We go down the inside of the hard compound runner of Lance Stroll, and we're going to see if we can get the move done on the medium tyres. We squeeze him all the way towards the wall, and we scare him off. We're going down the inside of Zhou Guanyu now on lap 1, going down the inside up into P8. That's 2 positions gained now. So we go almost off track to gain the position, but make sure to keep all wheels on, well, not all wheels, a wheel on the track still. Here's the starts once more. It's Lewis Hamilton on pole position from Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz in P3. Let's see what happens then. It's a pretty good start from everyone, but especially Carlos Sainz. He's looking to go through the middle, and as you can see, he's looking to the inside, but Lando Norris taking the lead from Lewis Hamilton. It didn't look like a bad start for Lewis Hamilton, but I'm guessing the second phase of the start, Norris just goes past him, and he is up into P1 in the McLaren. Here's our move then, down the inside of the kick Sauber of Zhou Guanyu, around the outside, and we are up into P8. Pretty crazy start then to this race, with Hamilton losing the lead, but lap 2 on to 3, DRS of course already enabled on lap 2, and we're just going to continue doing what we're doing. We're catching up to Perez. Verstappen up into P10 now, so Stroll has lost out there. And we're checking tyre wear, 12%. Lap 4 though, we're getting the run on Sergio Perez. We've got the DRS, we're going down the inside of turn 3 in on Perez. We're going around the outside now, around turn 4. We go off the track, but we get the position, and it's not a legal overtake. We've got 1.2 seconds to catch up to get DRS now down the next straight. And here's the replay then, going down the inside. We're alongside, so we deserve space, which we do get from Perez. Then we get space again. We do go wide, but I think we already had the position by the time we went off the track. Lap 5 as well, though. Verstappen making, getting closer and closer to the top 8. They're all close together, fighting for the win, basically. And Perez is next up for Verstappen. Norris losing the lead, or is he? In lap 6, Hamilton goes around the outside, the inside for turn 2, and he does get the move. He's got DRS once more, so maybe we'll see Norris being attacked by Carlos Sainz. Lap 6 though, and we're talking about Oscar Piastri. We're very close to him, and as we go through the fast chicane, he lifts off there. We don't. Is there contact there? I don't think so. But we get up into P6 now, and P5 is where we finished last race. And let's see if there was contact. Well, there might have been the slightest of contacts that sent Piastri up there. But lap 9, and Hamilton comes into the pits. off the medium tyres, so that means he's either going very long on the hard tyres. Surely he doesn't go hard tyres, and let's see what he goes on to. It is medium tyres, so 2-stop confirmed for Hamilton. Let's see how that plays out for him. I hope he doesn't come out in traffic. But lap 11, and Norris going around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Round turn 3 into 4, he's got the inside. Carlos Sainz still there though, and Norris does get the move done on the exit. Lap 13, tyres going away, and we come into the pits with George Russell and Norris. Piastri coming in as well behind us. No, he's not. Norris is coming in front of us, and we'll see hopefully a good pit stop here, and we'll be closer to Norris and Russell. As we come out, we actually come out ahead of Norris. So coming out ahead of Norris on the hard tyres, everyone on the hard tyres as well. Verstappen also came in. Russell on the hard tyres, Norris on the hard tyres, we're on the hard tyres. But how on earth have we come out ahead of Norris? That wasn't an amazing pit stop. Let's see here. So it wasn't a slow pit stop for the McLaren, but he gets held for George Russell going through, and then we go out into the gap between them two. And now, lap 14, we're looking to overtake George Russell. We got the DRS going down the newly renovated bit of this track for last year, and we're going to send it down the inside of the fast chicane. Contact made with the hand going up. We have DRS once more, and we're up into P11. And that next up is Hamilton, that's already pitted, and he's making moves on Pierre Gasly to get past him and up into P9. For the Mercedes driver, he has to go very fast now and use the tyres, as he is on the 2-stop strategy. Coming out lap 15, we have Carlos Sainz very slow into turn 1, of course, coming out the pit lane. He's also on the hard compound tyres, but we don't get DRS off him because he's just come out the pit lane. So we have to use the tyres now. We have to get close to him now to overtake, and going towards the fast chicane once more. We've got the DRS, we've got the slipstream, we're going for the move into the fast chicane, and that we do make it contact again though, but we do make through, and we're up into P4. This is going to be net P2 after Alonso and Lance Stroll pit. Hamilton also having to make another stop, so we're actually going to be in net P1 after Hamilton makes his move after his second pit stop. But Norris coming around the outside now, he doesn't get that move done, and we stay in P4. Not much to really talk about now, just Norris applying pressure. We've got Sainz behind him, Alonso now coming in, he's going onto the medium tyres. Norris very close behind us now on lap 17, and now going towards the fast chicane. Norris all going around the outside. Is he going to go for the move? It's very close. We break latest though, we get to the apex first, and we keep our position in P3 now after Alonso pitted. And it is Lance Stroll up next. We've got 1.5 second gap to him, so maybe DRS. Lap 18, here's what happens then. On to 19, we're in the lead, Norris on the inside, but now it's Carlos Sainz making a move around the outside of Lando Norris, and now he is the one on lap 18. We have Hamilton. He comes into the pit, so we're going to take the lead now for the first time in this race in our career mode. We take the lead of the Australian Grand Prix, but how long will this be lived for? As we have Norris coming on the inside, he thinks about it. But lap 20, we've got Carlos Sainz coming down the inside of us. He doesn't make the move, and we keep our first place. Lap 20 as well, we've got the Ferrari getting closer and closer to us in the rear wing. Well, closer to the rear wing, and we may have a big moment there on the exit curb of the fast chicane, and now surely that's going to give Carlos Sainz the move up into first place. We lose first place, but this whole race has been about a big DRS train, as you can see on the minimap. Look how close we all are. I think that's the whole of the top 10, just all so close together, and it's just one big DRS train, and it goes all the way up to the front here with us and Carlos Sainz. Lap 21, we're going to do almost the identical move, but a little bit later on Carlos Sainz down the inside of the Spaniard. And do we get the move done? He's on the outside, he's got the racing line. We're going to back out here just to make sure we don't make contact with him, because he was very much coming across. Lap 22, we've got our teammate, he's in P12 making a move for P11 on Bottas. There is no way he is getting up to P10 though, so now just keeping that will be good enough for him. Lap 24, we're getting so much closer to Carlos Sainz. The race win is on here, and DRS open once more And do we make the move? We're in the slipstream. We're going, it's very close to contact. We're going to send it down the inside like we did to the lap before. We hit the red sausage curb and we stopped making contact with Carlos Sainz as we let him through once more. Lap 25, same thing again. Here we go. Down the straight towards the chicane. And we're a lot closer this time. We're alongside the Ferrari driver. And we're going to make the move. Going around the outside, taking the racing line. And we get up into P1 once more with DRS again. And getting past, and hopefully a little bit of space now between us and him. And that is completely what doesn't happen, as lap 26 he's flying past us once more with DRS down the main straight, and he has DRS again, so he might get a bit of a distance now between us and him. And Norris not too close, so he's not in threat of losing another position. We've got 1.1 laps of fuel over, so it's a very exciting race here. And lap 26, towards the end, we're gonna try and make the move. Round the outside, we've got the racing line. We leave him space on the inside. He hops over the curb, and we do make the move up into P1 once more for lap 26, going on to 27 though. Of course, more pressure will be applied on us from Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. He is in P3. We've got 7 tenths to the McLaren driver. Will he be a factor in the end of this race? Who knows? Carlos Sainz though, coming back at us now, lap 27. 3 laps remain, and here he is on the inside of us. We brake latest, we cut him off, and that will be us fine for that whole lap. Lap 28 though now, and here he comes once more. He's going for the outside line. We defend the inside. Who's going to brake latest? It's going to be him. He leaves us room, to be fair, but it's not a very good exit. And Norris now very close to us. Will he have a run on us? No. But we go down to P2. Carlos Sainz P1, lap 28, 2 laps remain. And on that lap 28, we're going to go for the outside move once more on the Ferrari driver. Oh my god, big moment there as the rear brakes lock and we almost go flying into the barriers and into the Ferrari driver. But that means he goes back through lap 29, the final lap. 7 tenths the gap between us and a win in Formula 1 in our second ever race. But look at the overspeed we've got here on Carlos Sainz. Look at the speed, and going in towards the fast chicane, you can see the red light flashing on the Ferrari. That means he's saving energy. We've got 20% battery ourselves, and we're going to go for the move now for the lead, for the win on the final lap. We make it clean overtake. Can we just keep it on the road now? A little bit deep, no mistakes now for the last sector, and we have got this win for Williams. Now 2 tenths a gap, but our run is always terrible at this final corner. How close will it be? Are we going to get a win here in Formula 1 in our second ever race? We got 30% battery. We're using it. But here comes Carlos Sainz. We are going to win, I think. Wow, that was close.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory.
It's not every day that we get to see such incredible wheel-to-wheel racing. Next time, they might consider making it easier for themselves, but today, we absolutely loved all the action that we got to see out there.
So here they come now, with Williams leading the way to the podium. A hard-fought victory for the team today, and one I'm sure they'll savour. It's Williams, today's winners.
There we are then on the podium, but let's look at that last lap, last move once more. We've got the racing line. We already made the move, and he's also in danger from Lando Norris and making moves back in the background as George Russell and Lee McLaren. He loses out to the McLaren there of Oscar Piastri. It's a very good weekend for them, but let's see how close was this. He's in the slipstream. He's got the DRS, and oh my god, it must have been close. And let's see.
What an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next.
400ths of a second to the win for Carlos Sainz, but we have won by the smallest of margins in Australia. And our teammate finishes in P13 in the end.
Weekend of racing. Thanks to
But
everyone
that
who joined
was
us, and we'll
very,
see you for
very
the next.
close and a very exciting race. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me what you think about this race. It's a chaotic race, really, fighting throughout. But yeah, let's go straight towards the standings. Let's see what's happening. We're top of the standings. That's definitely not going to last. But also, the constructors were in 4th still. So a very good start to our career then. Let's see what this has done to our driver rating. We're up to 53 experience, 67 racecraft, almost 68, 65 awareness. Pace stays at 69. Our focus goes up to 63. And our overall rating up to 67 and almost at 68 as well. So an amazing race there. As you can see, no DNF. That helps our experience. Racecraft finishing above starting position. That helps and overtakes as well for Racecraft. Awareness is penalties. Margin to fastest lap is pace and beating our teammate. And focus is finishing compared to where we needed to. And also the overall just decreases. Recognition, we're on 45% to Albon's 55, so very close to them. And our expert specialists, we gain recognition from them all, and that is very nice for us. Of course, bringing perks in as well. So this will overall increase our, well, how good we perform at a race weekend. But guys, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe as we look at our very nice house. But we do have upgrades coming in now and a secret meeting for next episode. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.